In regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man.
Well, there's a lot of no to unpack here. A lot of no. Um, First of all, in the instance where the woman was hit in the face with a brick, it was by a stranger. She was minding her business. He wanted something from her. She said no and got hit in the face with a brick. The question there is, where are the good Samaritans? Where are the people to say, no, this is it's called society for a reason. It's got laws and stuff, and you don't put your hands on those that are weaker than you. So we're gonna do something about that. A woman goes into a store to pick up goes into a restaurant to pick up her food. Her son is with her. She's in the midst of picking up the food. She's accosted and was being beaten when her son came in and ended all of that terror for her with his pum pum. It's funny because so many men and women had a problem with the fact that that little boy saved his mother. Everybody had a problem with it. A lot of people had a problem with that. Not everybody, but the same group of people going on about why they would not have protected the woman with the brick, why she shouldn't have gotten protection, are the same ones who took issue with the woman who got protection from her son. I want to hear the conversation regarding this 59-year-old woman who was attacked in her front yard because she had the nerve not to say good morning. Now, I'd like to know why we need to be parsing one another up into to low value and high value, as if being human ain't a value enough to at least be left to your own recourses without being violently assaulted or unalived, I would think. See, these are all things we need to think about when we hop on and start blaming the victim. Because that's what's going on there. That's what was going on in the video that I'm stitching. Victim blaming. You know, you got to be in a lighted area. Of course, we know that you need to be car doors locked. Get your keys in your hand, have them ready so when you go to the door, check all around you. Keep your head on a swivel. You got to be on it. And don't you dare be drunk and somewhere with a group of men, which she was not. She was minding her business in a public location where people were coming and going. She had every right to do so. And she had every right to do so without being hit in the head with a brick. And if you find yourself coming at one of these moments to explain why some need this and some need that, instead of how dare this crazy son of a bee walk up and hit somebody with a brick. How dare this crazy son of a bee walk up and beat on a woman he has no idea who he does not know. How dare a man driving by that did not get a good morning, how dare he come up and put his hands on an older woman? Why are we not having a discussion about why we got to have our keys in our hands and our heads on a swivel anyway? Let's have that discussion. What I cannot have is somebody saying that some women are dirt and some women are rubies or diamonds. Because, baby, I guarantee you, KARMA is coming for that. It's coming hard, ma'am. See, and here's the thing. It usually won't hit you. That karma usually, that karma when it's that real hot karma, that real hard-hitting karma, it's going to hit the thing you love the most. God forbid. And God forbid any woman walking to and fro, minding her business, be accosted and violently assaulted or unalive because a man happened to be feeling some way that day. You based a whole lot of what you said on how your brothers and your fathers would think, told you what your brothers and fathers would do and what they want you to do. I guarantee you, if your brothers and fathers love you like that, they gonna come and help you, don't care what. And when you're out here telling women, you know, we got to keep these men safe, that's the same thing as don't call the police when somebody beating your behind, because you know the police don't like black men. But what about my behind? What about my safety? What about me? So you want to talk about those instances. You're trying to slyly talk about those instances where women have mouths and they start talking a lot of yang and with their significant other, and then the significant other has to step in. That happens. Yeah, that happens. And in those instances, she needs to be told off or handled accordingly. And so it does with anybody if somebody's instigating. But the fact that you bring that up when a woman got hit in the head with a brick because she didn't want to give someone her number, baby, oh, I need you to go back and rethink that thing. Go back and rethink what you're talking about. Because you're talking so wrong. The revelation of your shadow. Oh, my God, baby. You don't... I want you to think on what you just did and said. They would call you male identified. That's how the scholars would say. They would call you, male identified. And then there are some who would speak of you of that old woman who used to take care of, in the days of slavery, where she was the one that did everything for everyone. And I think you know what we're talking about. And I don't want to sully her name like that, because that's a precious name. That was that lady was a protector. She was a provider. She was everything that they needed. She was the go-between. So I can't call you that, but I want you to please think about what you're talking about. What was that? What was it? No, ma'am. You need to be talking to your brothers and your father about what they're doing in the community to address this violent strain, this violent, delusional strain of black men that has popped up in the recent years. Tell them to do that. Get them on that. They need to be on that, because we're tired of having the pepper jail in the hand. Head on the swivel, eyes left and right. Oh, don't look at him. Oh, look at him because he might want you to look at him. Oh my God, to say good morning right quick. Oh, he didn't want you to say good morning. He don't want you to good morning. Wait a minute. If he open the door for you, for God's sake, look right at him and say thank you, because we don't want to be. Baby, come on. In that sort of environment, ain't nobody safe. I don't care how many safety measures you put in place. In that sort of environment, ain't nobody safe, and that includes you. And I don't care nothing about your father, your brothers. In that environment, not even your father and your brothers are safe. Think about what you're saying sometime.